Hi! Today's episode, I'm gonna tell how it's going with my how to quit smoking. So I quit smoking around January, and I will share the things what I have found most useful and least useful. I will tell you how it's actually going. Have I quit smoking? Enjoy today's episode. So I'm Janika Ruuska, and this is my study journey. I'm studying neuroscience at the University of Helsinki here in Finland. So I'm doing my master's there. So happy to have you here. Remember to subscribe the channel. So you can always watch my previous video what I did about how to quit smoking, but I will summarize what I explained there. So basically how much I smoked, what were my basic thoughts about it, and what method I used this time. So I quit quite many times. Alright, let's get started. So I used to be really, I would say, not the heaviest smoker, but not the lightest. I would say I was pretty heavy smoker. So I smoked about 2 years in a row, so not so long time, but still quite a while. And I used to smoke around 1 package per day, so it was quite a lot. I tried different methods like reduce smoking or quit it for a certain time and then allow myself to do party smoking, or that I can smoke when I'm traveling, and I can say those didn't work, obviously, because I stopped quite many times. And I always found some excuses why I can start it again. Like I had some really stressful exam coming, or some other life stressors ongoing, or weather was bad. In Finland it's not surprising. Anyways, I found so many excuses, and I was always saying that on next week I will stop. And quite often I started it again just by buying 1 package, because I thought that I just smoke this 1 package and then I will stop smoking. I will not continue. Obviously that didn't work. The latest decision I made during New Year's Eve, I didn't take it like I have to stop when the year will change. I started to read this book, what few of my friends recommended, called Easy Way. And I started to actually listen to that book. And while I was reading it, I was still smoking, as the book is saying from the beginning that you can smoke still. And end of the book, when I finished the book, I quit the smoking. The main reason why I find the book was working compared to other methods like reducing smoking, or then just having a long break, or having other motivations, was that I realized quite like in the beginning of the book that it's repeating the same things all the time. So I got pretty tired about the facts, what the writer is saying there. So I got bored the topic smoking. That was one thing what I think was working. And the other one was that the book was saying that it's addiction. It's not a bad habit, it's addiction. So kept repeating that. Because quite often I was saying like, I love the morning coffee with the cigar or something like that. I also smoked cigars, by the way. Yeah. So I always found it was somehow it was really nice, or then I was just saying that it's a habit, it's just a habit. And the book was saying a different, like it's an addiction. So it's addiction, realize that. That is how it's happening in your brain. So compared the other times when I stopped smoking, it was that I was thinking that, okay, these 3 months are the hardest one, what I will have. I think it's actually so that 3 weeks are the worst ever. And then after 3 months, it's gonna be easier. So I was thinking already previously, before this book, I thought that, okay, these 3 weeks I will survive. And these 3 months, yeah, after that, I might be able to smoke once in a while. So with these kind of thoughts, I used to stop smoking. So when I read this book, I was actually thinking that, yeah, actually I don't need to smoke ever again. And it wasn't kind of the thing what I'm waiting there, that I can start smoking again. And I can say it was easy to stop. But there is always the but. Yeah, so it was really easy. I think for three months it was really easy, and it was after that too. There happened things like I had high stress, and I could say that I have pretty easy, like I have the balcony where I can smoke, so it's really easy to go there. And like I was studying remotely, so it could be easy with the laptop to just go to smoke. So I had really stressful situations and things where before I used to combine smoking, like, okay, I just need to get rid of this emotion that will help me. The book is repeating why it's not help you or me, so I recommend to read that. Even though I have now had a little bit struggles, but I will tell why. So then there came things when I was having a drink where I also used to smoke, but now I didn't take any cigarettes, and that worked really well. I was really proud of myself. Then once I got one cigarette from my friend, I smoked that. I felt really guilty. I think it was 4 or 5 months afterwards when I quit. And it didn't actually taste good. I didn't crave any. I smoked 1 cigar. It didn't affect at all for that. Then I think is it already 6 months? Like pretty recently, I would say, this happened. That I still remember that I read the book and it worked. And I remember all the things what we're saying there. But still, the memories are quite light. Like, you start to forget things. Even you kind of remember things. It's hard to explain, but you don't have the same feeling to those things you have learned. So now I'm like, yeah, it's summer. It's really nice. Should I just smoke? It's not so bad. I know it's bad. Like, I'm exercising. It's like a lot. So it's really bad for my breathing and not good to my wallet either. But I still get these things, like these thoughts to my head that maybe just a little bit, it's not so bad. And I realized that, yeah, last time when I tried to smoke just a little, it was, I think for a moment it was just a little, but really, really quickly it increases the amount what I was smoking. So I think that now it has been less than a week that it has been the hardest ever. And one reason for that was I smoked this shisha, this water pipe or hookah, different names for the same thing, almost every night in 2 weeks, which I really enjoyed. And I have done it once in a while, and I know it increases these thoughts for a moment. But yeah, I smoked that for 2 weeks, and now I'm just thinking that should I just a little bit. I will not continue it. Yeah, so I have these thoughts in my head at the moment, but I'm still fighting here. So I know that some people might say that, yeah, you haven't quit the smoking, but yeah, people can have different opinions about it. But for me, what I count as a smoking, I know that we all don't agree with this, but I was a daily smoker. I really try to that I will not go back to that, and I will not buy my own package. I will not now accept offerings from the other people, but I will not blame the things what I have done, like the few few cigarettes or the water pipe, because I have mainly been without smoking, and I'm really proud of that. It hasn't been easy, as you can see from these struggles, and I'm doing this for myself. So for me, I can say that I have quit, but I'm still fighting with the quitting. I hope that one day I don't need to fight that much or that hard anymore with that. So in tobacco, the main component for addiction is nicotine, and it's mimicking acetylcholine, which is in our brain, neurotransmitter, and it's normally the acetylcholine is binding acetylcholine receptors. So this nicotine is now, instead of acetylcholine, it's binding the receptor. And one thing what is happening, there's happening other things too, but I like to focus this one. So it's increasing the levels of dopamine, which are our reward system is kind of activating. So the main parts in the brain are nucleus accumbens and VTA, and the nicotine kind of via this dopaminergic system, it's increasing the pleasureful feelings kind of immediately. So it's easy way to get this really rewarding feeling, really pleasureful feeling. So what comes to these receptors where the nicotine is bound, those get desensitized. So you need more and more receptors, which causes withdrawal symptoms of addiction. And these kind of symptoms are, for example, the craving and anxiety, maybe some that your attention goes more low, these kind of things. So this is not the only thing what is happening, but these are the kind of main reasons for this addiction-like behavior, that you get this really nice feeling immediately. The reward system is activated due to nicotine binding acetylcholine receptors and increasing the dopamine levels. And so you get this nice feeling. But you need that more and more and more and more. And so it continues. I found, like, when I was smoking a lot, I was saying these different excuses to myself, and also some excuses from neuroscience point of view, like it prevents from Parkinson's disease and it's helping with attention, which are really true, but maybe it's better to focus. It will not be in really, if you put the minuses and pluses, the minuses will win. So for example, cancer, most of the people probably know this. So this was a really simplified manner what is happening, and there are, as I mentioned, there are happening a lot of different things, but just the knowledge that it is addiction. So I need to remember that it's activating again. If I start to smoking, I need more and more, because that is actually happening in our brain. It was also pretty interesting. I found this source where they were saying that for women it's actually a little bit harder to quit smoking, maybe because of the hormones what we are having. The other thing what I found, I didn't found yet, I need to look up those more papers about it, but there was some evidence, NAC, so NAC, the supplement, that some patients found that it's helping with quitting smoking, that they took 2.4 milligrams every day for 2 weeks, if I remember correctly, and that reduces that they felt that they want to smoke. I think 25% people felt like that, or yeah, I need to look that more closely, and if you are interested in, I highly recommend you to check that. So don't take these like, okay, this will work, but it was really interesting. And one address to look up those is examine.com. I will write it below this video so you will find it. Alright, so we came till end to the video, and I want to summarize really shortly what we have talked today. So I have tried quite many times, many different methods how to quit smoking, and for me the method which has worked the most is the book Easy Way. I don't say that it will work for everyone, and I'm not saying that it has been really successful in my case either, but it has worked the most and it has been the easiest method for me. So if you have tried also many methods, why not to try this one? I think I have quit smoking, even I have smoked a few times. I would say that I'm still struggling with that. So I hope in the future I don't need to struggle. But at least I have been without smoking most of the time. And it's not my habit at the moment. But I need to quit it completely to get rid of my thoughts. And as we learned today, it's actually addiction. So every time if I'm smoking, I'm activating this pathway. So that is really, really important to understand that this is how it's working in our brain. And if you are more interested in how the nicotine actually works, I recommend to check this examine.com, which I will put below the video. And I really, really hope that you enjoyed today's video. If you have any thoughts which came to your mind while watching this video, please leave a comment. I will reply to every comment which are there. So happy to have you here and thank you for watching. See you on next time. Bye.